Do you own an MSP, or are you looking to grow it by adding an extra $1 million in revenue over the next 1 to 2 years? If so, then I've created a quick video to help you understand the metrics that you need to be looking at in order to grow your MSP business on a predictable basis. So let's just jump right in. So why should you know your numbers? Well, first, you need to know how much money is going into the bank every month and how much money is leaving the bank every month. And I would argue you need to know that number down to the day, the hour, and the dollar as well. And when you do know how much money is coming in and out of your bank account, you can start to measure hidden profits, uncover hidden profits. You can start to see areas where you're losing money, and even more importantly, more areas where you can make more money. That'll help you control cash flow, increase the profits of your business, and increase your business valuation over time. And so the big 5 metrics that we should cover right now are going to be pricing and fees. We're going to look at SLA compliance, unit economics, customer acquisition strategies, and then growth and budget. So number 1 is pricing and fees. And so the all-in seat price is unique to you and your market and the types of clients that you're servicing, and is ultimately the measure of how much revenue per company and per user per company you're going to be making when you sell monthly service contracts. Now, you also need to be considering your T&M, your time and materials pricing. Those items that you're not currently including in your MSP contracts, projects, moves, add, changes, everything like that. What are you marking up your hardware for? Are you selling it on a one-time basis, or are you wrapping it in with your service contracts? And ultimately, how can you be incentivizing your staff to help you grow the business and incentivizing your customers for getting into service contracts with you on a 1, 2, 4, 5-year basis even? Number 2 is maintaining SLA compliance. And so your SLA, the scope of work, the sheet that you give to every new client that defines what's included in your monthly price and what is excluded from that monthly price, and therefore they'll be getting a bill for every hour of custom project that you're going to be doing for them. You need to define those things and also measure them over time. Start to look at the numbers and see which customers of yours are maybe getting away with a couple hours of free work every month. Which technicians are working on things that they should be charging for, but they're not currently charging for. Those are all things that go into your SLA, and things that can cost you a lot of money if you have technicians who are working on things that should be billed, but they're currently not billing for them. You could be missing out on tens of thousands of dollars every month on project time. So understanding that, and also the unbilled hours and all the unprofitable clients you have, there are plenty of ways to uncover those metrics and fix those problems as quickly as possible. The third metric we need to look at is really just the general unit economics of your business. Things like hourly bill rate per tech, client contribution, profit per agreement, leverage per tech, and a number of other metrics here, ultimately leading to your EBITDA, which is your earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, which is ultimately how your business is going to be valued as a multiple of EBITDA, or EBITDA as some call it. Number 4 is customer acquisition. How much money do you need to spend given your current sales, advertising, marketing process to generate a new customer? And more importantly, what is each of those new customers paying you each month and each year? And then how can you fine-tune that marketing strategy? How can you build that advertising and marketing budget? How can you compensate your sales reps to grow the business and keep them very excited? And then what are your funding and your growth goals? Now, understanding that customer acquisition strategy, and most importantly, all the metrics behind it, is one of the most overlooked numbers in all of business. And so if you can get a grapple on that, I guarantee you can start to see where you can predictably grow your business. Number 5 ties it all together. What's your growth strategy and what's your budget? So developing a budget that includes an income statement, a balance sheet, and a cash flow statement at the very least is one of the most value-added services that anybody can do in their business. That'll help you start to see trends over time into how you're growing monthly recurring revenue or how it's dropping perhaps. What are the different profit margins that you have, and then benchmarking them against industry standards, calling up 5 or 10 other MSPs and seeing what their profit margins are, and starting to see how you can fix those different metrics, improve the little areas where you're losing money, start to charge your clients for things that you should be charging them for, and ultimately that will lead to a more valuable business that's more cash flow positive, more valuable. You'll have less debt on the books, and you'll grow your business. So what can you do next? Well, I recommend you look at your PSA, your AutoTask Connect Wise, and see if you can pull out some of the key metrics that are in this video and maybe start to write down some other things that you'd like to know about your business. Look at your QuickBooks. Look at the monthly recurring revenue versus time and materials revenue. Look at the growth or lack of growth over time, the last 12 to 24 months. Look at the last 2 to 3 years of your business too, and then start to project outward how much you'd like to grow your business by. Look at your sales process. Do you have a predictable engine for growing revenue, for converting clients from time and materials into monthly recurring revenue? And if you look at the next 3 to 5 years and you're not 100% confident in how to get there, or you're unclear on the metrics that you're currently looking at in your PSA tool or your QuickBooks or Xero accounting software, I'd like to offer you a complimentary consultation where we're going to go through these 4 different items and we're going to build a plan that you can take with you to build your business predictably over the next few years. And so we're going to discuss your metrics over a screen share. We're going to pull up a budget, look at your PSA and your QuickBooks very quickly, discuss some of the challenges and the pains and the growth goals that you do have and your sales process. And ultimately, we can put it all into that 3-page budget I showed you, and I'm going to give that to you to keep. So if you do feel like you have some more room to grow, you want to break another $1 million in sales, and you're not 100% sure how to do it, book a consultation in the form. I will give you my calendar so you can book directly into my calendar. I'll call you at the right time. We'll talk about all these things, and we'll get your business on a strategy and on a plan that'll help it grow predictably, reduce those costs, take complete control over your finances, and help you grow your business.